My name is Sunny. I'm a recreation programmer here at the ALC with North York Senior Center. So I'm going to share another kind of like DIY video today. And the only things that you'll need are some tissue paper, scissors, and some string. So this is actually dental floss because I didn't have any other string at home. So, you know, use what you have. And yeah, we're going to be making these flower, like paper flower pom-pom things. And yeah, you can use them as decorations on gifts. Maybe if you are doing a lot of video calls right now, you can put them up on the wall as like a fun background. Or you can make like bouquets out of them if you have some wire or pipe cleaner. Yeah, and you can do kind of different designs, different sizes, and you can do different layers of colors like this one. So today I'm just going to show you the basic one, and maybe I'll kind of share how you change it up a little bit, or how you can be creative and change it up a little bit. So basically you want same size pieces of rectangular tissue paper. So if you want, you can measure everything out and make everything super exact, but I think mine turned out okay without it being super duper exact. So an easy way that I found it to make them equal sizes was just to fold it. So like to make a flower kind of in between this size and this size, I'm just going to fold it and kind of cut where I folded it to make sure that everything is kind of even. So yeah, so I'm going to be making a size kind of, I think, in between these two. So I folded, this is going to be excess, so you can use it for whatever you want, or I could use the whole sheet too, but today I'm making it this size. So yeah, I cut off the excess, and then I'm just going to fold it in half. And then just kind of fold it, I think, into thirds. It's nice to have one edge longer than the other. But yeah, I'm just kind of folding it. It's about the right size, so I'm okay with that. And then I'm just gonna cut along the folds that I made. Sorry, the tissue paper is already kind of wrinkly, but I know where I folded it, so I'm just gonna cut along those edges. To make sure I have generally around the same size for each layer. So I think the bigger the flower, the more layers I would put into it. So for like this one, I did 12 layers to make sure it was nice and full. For these little ones, I did 6. So I think, yeah, the bigger that you make it, the more layers that you want, if you want it to look nice and full. So yeah, cutting all the edges. Again, I don't think you need to be super exact, but feel free to do it how you would like to. Okay. So I have all of my equal-sized, or sort of equal-sized tissue paper rectangles. So I'm just going to layer them on top of each other as neatly as I can. So if you do have like a paper clip or even like a bobby pin, you can maybe put it on there to kind of hold them all together. But I found it was fairly easy to work on the next step without doing that. So what you're going to do is sorry, this is the long edge, and I'm going to be folding it kind of along the long edge, accordion style. So I'm just going to fold here and then flip it, and then fold along the other side, and you're just going to continue down until you folded the whole thing. So just keep going and folding. And just try to kind of make them as even as possible. I have like a little bit of a shorter edge here, but that's okay. I'm just gonna fold it in. So what I'm gonna do next with my floss or string or whatever you have, you're just going to tie it in the middle. And again, if you have wire or pipe cleaner and you want to have the flower have a stem, it would be the same step with that, to just kind of secure it in the middle as secure as you can. Okay, so I'm just going to cut the excess off. And hopefully that's tight enough. So kind of just in the middle. So the next step you're going to be doing is you're going to be cutting along the edge to kind of make the edges softer. So for the ones I'm doing, I'm going to be doing a rounded edge. But for like this one, I did like a triangular edge, and it gives it a little bit of a different effect. So for me, I'm gonna cut the rounded edge and try to make sure like it's a little bit uneven. So I'm gonna cut a little bit deeper in to make sure all of it has that edge. So I'm just going to cut along like that. And I'm gonna do the other side. Okay. So the next step is a bit, I guess, the most time consuming, but this is pretty quick to do. So you're gonna try to fan it all out as best as you can. It's kind of gonna fan out on its own as you do this, but you're gonna take each layer of tissue. Be as careful as you can. If it rips, it's not a big deal. It kind of adds to the petal effect of it. I definitely ripped a few of them in here. But you're just going to fan it up on both sides. And then just kind of like fold it up and sort of crinkle it. So that's the first layer. So I'm going to do all of the rest of the layers one by one to make sure that it's fanned out enough, and so that the flower looks full. And again, I ripped this one a little bit, but you won't be able to really tell. I think just try to be as careful as you can. So you can see it's starting to take shape and look a bit more like these ones. So just layer by layer, you're going to fluff up your flower. And crinkle it. You just keep going. So the edges are open, but I think when you fluff it up, you can't really see that as much. And I'm just going to keep folding it up, just kind of crinkling it a bit. So we're almost done. This is our last layer, just at the bottom here. So I'm just kind of crinkle it, fold it up a little bit, and that's pretty much it. So you can play around with it more, crinkle it less to have a little bit of a different effect, but that's the general idea. And again, you can put this on a present. If you have wire, you can make it into like a full flower and have like a bouquet, or you can use it to decorate your walls. There's lots of different things that you can use this for. And like I said, you can change it up by having different size papers to have different size flowers, having different layers. So for this one, I just layered the tissue paper, like one pink, one purple, one pink, one purple, did the exact same thing, and you get this effect. And I also cut the petals like a triangle instead of the rounded edge, and it turned out a little bit different. Yeah, so I hope some of you try this out. Please post any pictures if you do. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Bye.